the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. that appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. The linebacker, Preston Brown. Brings him down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, four down. Stay at home.
Looking to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Mostert. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think...
He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Gone!
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Mostert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but It's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkrisky Tart. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
This is Mostert. Dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And now running right through him. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What
it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mike Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help you in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Pulled in at the 24. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. 23
yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. It turned into a really nice play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Leopard! Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll set up to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And an alley to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carl Lawson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. They'll run for it with Davis. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Mixon with a first down carry. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now the Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, look at 56.
He's back to throw. Good one, able to haul it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Detroit!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there.